Hello everyone, welcome. This is our academic presentation. We are going to talk about the face-to-face learning substitute. Is the online class are not beneficial to students in the Philippines. It will be presented by me, Loxine, and Take It Amoroso.
So, for our introduction, as we all know, last March 2020, the coronavirus or COVID 19 has made a great impact in the Philippines, including its educational sectors. Schools were forced to stop face to face learning and shift to online classes. Online learning is education taking place over the internet, and unlike traditional learning, students communicate with their teachers and classmates through email and online discussions. This requires a stable internet connection and a proper device to use. Education is a key factor in the growth of the economy and plays a vital role, especially in the mobility and employment opportunities. When the pandemic started last March, there has been a rapid change in the Philippines, and it affected the daily lives of the Filipinos in even different sectors such as education. The shift to online learning requires money to pay for the proper equipment needed and the stable internet connection for the students to participate in class. However, even before the pandemic started, there are already several Filipino families that are deprived of education because of poverty. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA, among the 13 factors, educational attainment had the highest rate of deprivation among families at 59.3% and 49.4% in 2016 and 2017. The shift to online learning will only benefit those who can afford it. We need we need to adapt to the changes around us. However, with the current state of the country, online learning as a substitute to face classes is not ideal, for there are a lot of Filipino families who cannot cope with this rapid change. So, for a thesis statement,
Now for our thesis statement, although online classes are a helpful substitute for face-to-face learning, online classes are not still beneficial to students because not everyone can afford the device needed, especially in the Philippines.
Unsa lang
They
ha.
contribute to the isolation and alienation of students due to the lack of socialization, and they are not helpful to students who are not capable of independent learning.
for a first argument, which is not everyone can afford the device needed, especially in the Philippines, we have gathered some data from the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA. The majority of Filipinos, which is 59.4%, belong to the low income class with an average income of 10,481 pesos to 20,962 pesos. Distance for online learning requires the proper device needed, and on average, the minimum cost for basic learning equipment starts at 20,000 pesos, and the bill for internet connection and electricity is still different. It is hard enough for the average Filipino families to afford distance learning while providing their families with their basic needs. The majority of Filipinos do not even have the financial capacity to afford online learning. They still have to prioritize providing the basic needs of their families. And more so, not everybody is fortunate enough to afford online classes, especially in the Philippines. And even those who can afford online classes, they still have the potential to experience low social interaction with their classmates and teachers, which bring us to the second argument that online learning contributes to the isolation and alienation of students due to the lack of socialization. So according to Schaefer and Conatus 2010, students enrolled in online programs drop out at higher rates, and the feeling of social isolation was cited as the reason for their dissatisfaction with their programs. This evidence shows that online classes can contribute greatly to the students' isolation and alienation because it reduces interaction between their teachers and peers. Hence, online classes only create an environment that can make students feel isolated and alienated, which causes students to stop pursuing their course. And lastly, for our last argument, which is they are not able to help students who are capable of independent learning. Online classes are not helpful to those students who are not capable of independent learning because independent learning is challenging, especially for those students that lack the motivation to learn independently, which may cause them to easily be discouraged and may drop out. Aside from this, instructions given online may not provide enough help for the students. Unlike face to face learning, they can rely on their classmates, given office hours of professors, tutors, and teaching assistants that they would need. Along with this, online classes or independent learning are not helpful for students who have a hard time finding motivation in learning. In learning independently and poor motivation contributes to why students drop out in online classes. Moreover, online classes do not provide enough help to those students as it makes it harder for them to seek help from peers and their teachers. For our counter argument,
Meanwhile, on the other hand, online classes is still a helpful substitute for face-to-face learning experience during the pandemic. Um, Community College of Aurora said that online classes have networking opportunities. This means that students can learn together with others students across the nation. And by the way, this is published in year 2020. In the same article too, it stated that students can be flexible in their time because unlike face-to-face learning, a class meeting is set and students cannot do anything about this. Due to the online class unset class meeting, the students had more control of their time in doing their school tasks. In the first evidence, it shows that the online classes can happen wherever you are if you have access to the internet and the technology to execute it. Due to this reason, concerning the second evidence, students do not have to travel anymore going to school for a set of classroom meetings. Hence, their time can be flexible.
however, the argument that online classes are not a helpful substitute for face to face learning during the pandemic does not change the fact that it will still not be effective, especially here in the Philippines. Online classes requires the proper equipment and a stable internet connection. Yet, in a recent interview with Ida Yuvinko, DepEd's ICT Service Director, only 26% of public schools are connected to the internet or can connect to the internet. She even stated that nearly 5,000 public schools in rural areas do not have access to electricity. Besides, not all families have a proper equipment needed for the online classes. They cannot easily adapt to the standards of online classes and will be left behind. This suggests that the current education system in the Philippines isn't equipped for online learning. Furthermore, even if the students can online and online classes, it is not a guarantee that it will be effective because not all students are well equipped for this type of learning. More so, according to Threkel and Broska, for students to be successful in online classes, they need to have several features such as independence and the ability to be flexible. Lastly,
Now, to wrap it up, we all know now that it is true that the online class is helpful substitute for face-to-face learning, but it is still not beneficial to students, especially in the Philippines. There's still plenty of students who do not have money for their lunch. This means that some of them are incapable of affording the technology need for online learning. Students will have more chances of missing the opportunity to socialize with their classmates and teachers that could lead them to feel isolated and become alienated to others. Due to isolation, some students are not capable of independent learning, and when they are alienated from their classmates and teachers, is more difficult for them to depend on them to maximize their ideas. Now, though online classes are a big help during the pandemic as a substitute for face-to-face learning, it is important to consider the effects of online classes to the students who are not as fortunate compared to others. There must be a bigger plan than this. If the Philippines can provide the needs for the students and every school can help prevent feelings of isolation of the students or have the means to teach students to learn independently, it would help lessen the impact of the problem. Now, that's all for our academic presentation. I hope you have fun and learned something. Bye!
Bye.
Mana?